Okay, so this seems to be working. Perfect. Hi everyone. Hello, my name is Zed. So this will be our first stream together. I'm trying to figure out everything still, so this is a bit of a mess. Sorry about that in advance. Yeah, let's see if everything seems to be working. If I replay that, oof, everything seems. Is it? Yeah, it seems to be working. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so Twitch seems to be working. YouTube is similar thing. For some reason the resolution is super bad there. Yeah, let me try to reset that. See if it changed anything. Yeah, the resolution seems really bad for that. But yeah, we'll just try it like that, see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I will still have the recording on my side. Yeah, let's see. Let's cut YouTube for a second. Let's try to relaunch it. Yeah, it was working fine. It was working fine on the basic intro menu, but now should have the same resolution as Twitch, so should be a bit more ugly, but should be fine otherwise. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah. So first stream, I mean, I did stream a while ago, but it's been a long time. So yeah, the resolution looked really bad. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's okay. It might be getting a bit better. Okay, yeah. So first stream in a while. I was streaming in French before. A few years ago. Now I've decided to switch to English, try to see how this go. I mean, there's a bigger community in English for Factorio mainly, so I was just decided, well, why not? Let's try to stream in English a little bit. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, no lost frame on my side, nothing else. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so the goal today is simple. We're gonna try to launch Factorio. Didn't enjoy that much Space Age, so I'm going back to Factorio with Krastorio and space exploration. Try to complete that game. It was a big challenge and spent nearly 300 hours on my last save. Barely reached the mid game, so this time we're going to try to go a bit further. It's going to take a while. I mean, I'm a slow player, and this time I've decided to put the technology research multiplier at 100, and last time I was at like 10. To be fair, 10 on that kind of game doesn't change that much. Instead of needing like 0.1 machine space, you need one of them, so that doesn't change that much. 100 might mean that we need 10 of them to have the same research multiplier. Yeah, it should be fine. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll just have more rocket, more everything. Hopefully the CPU will be able to keep playing, keep the UPS running. Other than that, we should be good. I think we should be able to hear the game in the background. I'm gonna keep some music, but I'm gonna keep it quite low, just to yeah, exactly. Let's see how this goes. Keep it quite low on my side as well. I actually cannot reduce the sound that much on my side. I think I will have no choice to reduce the sound for everyone, which is not that great. I mean, I can do that, I guess. Does that reduce the sound for everything? Let me try. So if I put everything to the max, minus 35. And if I reduce everything, seems to be a bit lower. Not sure. Yeah, let's just try no music this time. Let's just enjoy the music in Factorio. That's gonna be fine. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, just to quickly introduce the channel, present everything. Here we're gonna be trying to do mainly Factorio, probably some chess. I'm trying to improve on chess right now. I'm really bad, like in the 600 Elo category. So hopefully we'll get better at some point. I would love to do IRL at some point. Obviously, I don't have any material for that right now, so that won't be on the short term. Maybe some sport, indoor biking at some point if I can get into that. I mean, I have the material. I would just need to have a way to set up the stream for that and be able to prepare everything. And other than that, we might have some RimWorld, Anno game type thing. Really mainly strategy game and everything else like that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see exactly what we're going to be doing. But yeah, that's the plan for now. I mean, I think the big red line of the stream for a while will be Factorio. Hopefully I'm going to try to be around at least 3 streams per week. Try to have some sort of schedule to be able to run everything, have some sort of sense and normal time for everyone to join in and be able to enjoy the stream, not pop up every too much randomly, let's say it like that. But yeah, let's try to do that. We'll see how it goes, how everything like gets together at some point. We'll see how everything moves in. But yeah, we'll see. And I mean, obviously, this is my first stream in a super long time, so depending on how everything goes, we might need to I might need to change something technically for the stream to be better and everything else. So feel free to let me know if you feel like anything is not working, like my sound is too bad or anything. If I try to set it up myself as much as I could, but obviously not perfect. So yeah, if I do that, perfect, that works. Yeah, so making sure that like scene work. Bought myself a stream deck. I want it to be fancy, but it's kind of cool to be able to change scene without doing like clicking anything on the screen technically. So that's quite nice. Yeah, let me just push that a little bit. We might also have like some Warhammer painting at some point. I would need a second cam for that to be able to do painting for it. To be able to see the painting, because my camera right now is only focused on me, so I would need a second one to focus on the painting. But yeah, let's start with Factorio today. Let's try to get somewhere. I mean, obviously Factorio, it's quite a slow starting game, even more for me maybe, so let's try to do that. I don't know what could be the goal for today. Power, maybe. Yeah, power is not too late. Depending on how much, I don't remember how much work you need to do, and time 100 might be still on burner and everything, so let's see. I'm also gonna try as much as possible to not make too much noise with my keyboard and everything. I know my microphone might be picking it up a little bit, so I will try to be as nice as possible with it to not make too much sound for that. But yeah, Factorio 2.0, we're gonna be playing with Krastorio 2.0 as well, and space exploration. So to be able to play space exploration right now with Krastorio, I'm using the beta access from the Patreon supporter of Arendelle, which is making the mod. Obviously, he's helped by a ton of other people, but by subscribing to his Patreon, you're able to have access to the earliest version. So right now, the last test version is 0.7.21. So it should be able to work without any bug for a while. I mean, people are testing, trying to find bug on quite a long term already. Like hundreds of hours of gameplay, they're finding a few bugs still, but I think by the time I get there, it will most likely be patched. So we should be good for that. Hopefully, the only thing is that it won't create any like game-breaking bug where I need to restart the save. That would be the only problem. But honestly, playing space exploration in the past, I was able to play through multiple updates without any issue. So we should be fine. So just to quick rundown of the mode, obviously playing with the base, the game, elevated rail. I barely played with that in Space Age. Technically still haven't finished Space Age, so Yeah, my name is not in the constellation of star, sadly. Um, I was moving out just at the time when I was about to finish and launching my big ship. So I was probably like 3-4 hours from it, and didn't like space age that much. I was able, like, the fact that you don't need anything big, I was able to do everything with robot. I was like, okay, let's just go do something else. It's fine. um Switch to, I don't remember even. Yeah, I think I just didn't play much video game for a while at that time, so I had a lot to do, moving out, different country and everything, so took a bit of time. Then we have AI container and warehouse. So this is a classic. This is perfect for the train to be able to move everything without having balancer, which is great for UPS. And most of the problem with like the sheer size of them, making the game lag more, is mostly fixed now with Factorio 2.0, so this should be good. AI industry, that's a classic. Loader, I don't even think I need loader anymore. Let's see, we'll see in the game. I mean, if we have two versions of the loader, worst case, I just won't use one of them. I think this mod add the version with the lubricant to be able to make use of the loader. So if one version is lubricant, I will simply not use that version and it will be fine. Signal transmitter, that's super useful. Aircraft, always nice. At a certain point, you want to be able to move quickly between zones, so that's great. Alien biome graphics, deconstruct, automatic trail painter, yeah, bullet trail. Inserter drop lane, we'll see if you use that. That's a bit of a cheat, so I'm not sure we'll use it, but it's there no matter what. Combat mechanic overall, change about something for the combat, so we'll make the biter a bit more dangerous, and also like simplify some mechanics. So biter, like, I think they don't spit over the wall or things similar to that. Configure a valve to replace some other thing. Disco science, just for look. Equipment gantry, event distribution, so that's for the start of the game. Factorio library, planner, so that's to be able to calculate your output. Far reach, to be able to build anything on anywhere on the map without having to move directly closer to it, so that's nice as well. Our formatron is the small display at the top, giving you a bunch of information. Infantry repair is nice because it just saves you time on clicking to repair everything on your backpack. Just does it automatically, and at the same time, if you have like 20 items that are nearly destroyed, this will repair them and like reduce the amount of space needed in your inventory, which is also nice. Jetpack, classic. Krastorio, one of the main two mods. I wouldn't even be able to say exactly like what Krastorio 2 is adding and what space exploration is adding. I think Krastorio is mainly the start of the game that is changed to not be as vanilla-like as Factorio, and then you have space exploration that has all the space aspect, but I'm not sure exactly where the line is between the two. What part is exactly modified by which? So yeah, this will be interesting to. I mean, we won't really see it technically. Might have some aspect of the game. I mean, technically, it's saying every time what mod is doing what, but yeah. We'll be playing the game too much to see that, I think. Milestone, this is great just to be able to see at what time you're unlocking every science and some specific aspect of the game. Mining patch planner, be able to just simply pop a mining patch everywhere in like 2 clicks, so that's great. More parameter to be able to simply when you do some logistic control, you're able to change everything and just have more signal. That's great. Rate calculator for where you have everything placed already. Recipe book, robot attrition, so this is part of the space exploration. Yeah, robot attrition right there. Simply reduce the number of bots you're using, because I think it's something like 1% at the start of the game. Yeah, I think the base value is 1%. We'll keep it like that depending on the planet, you have more or less attrition, so it can make some planets really expensive to be using robots to do your transport. Really making sure you're using belt, and I think that's a great way to handle that. I would have loved to see that on Space Age on some for some planets, see able to like, yeah, you're just not gonna be able to use robot there. It's fine. Let's switch to that. Rocket logs, just nice way to see, similar to any like train logs, just to see everything that is moving in and out of every planet. Train for space, chill projector, that's also for space exploration. More shortcuts, solar calculator for every planet, space exploration, that's the other big mods. Adding a huge amount of different setup. I know they've been working super hard to be able to port space exploration to the new version of Factorio, because something had been hard coded in the game and was apparently quite hard to put in place. I know, like for example, the spaceports that used to launch rocket, they were locked to one per planet, so they use calculation in the background. Some more logic in the background, and I think they have to do everything about that in Lua, if I'm not completely mistaken. So yeah, great work on them to be able to do that, and I mean, quite fast, realistically. Less than a year to be able to get the version back, and I think they're going to start working on the 0.8 version after that. We're still on 0.7 right now. Then we have autographic. Menu simulation, not sure exactly what this does, but it's there, I guess. Space exploration process, some of the logic, I guess, yeah. Quick through to be able to move between building, stat GUI, just to be able to have some information on how to play through, so we will be able to see like time and everything related to that, so that's going to be great. Text plate, to have a small and big text plate to be able to add some information. I'm not using Blueprint Designer Lab, just not available right now, and I'm, to be fair, never used it that much in the past, so it's fine for now. Train saver, basically just make it that if I go AFK for a few minutes, it's just gonna be able to switch between my view to seeing like all the train moving. So quite a nice for train lover. It's quite a nice feature. You just watch your train, watch your factory move. Hopefully there's no bottleneck everywhere and you're able to see moving train, but yeah, that's the only important part. Vehicle snap, so your vehicle will follow like 15-degree increment, I think, something like that. Yeah, no, 22.5. Yeah, just so it's easier to go in a straight line, and zoom, be able to zoom up and down without any limit. No mod to update. Yeah, let's go. So let's start. Single player, new game, free play. Let's change to space exploration default. Can change the seed a little bit, see what we go for. I really love for when I'm playing Factorio, I really love to go for, at least at the start, a main belt, and following that I love city blocks. I often try to do, and I think we'll do that this time as well. I never made any design for elevated rail, so I would love to start to try to work with elevated rail and be able to make my own design for them. So we're gonna make our own city block. So this is gonna be important. This is probably gonna take a few hours, but at least in the meantime, the factory will be able to turn in the background. So that's gonna be at least there's gonna be that. It won't be wasted time. So you cannot modify that much setting when you're playing space exploration. I will bump all of them because we're going to be playing at 100 resource. So if I go there, yeah, technology price multiplier, let's go for 100. The only thing I will change is here, absorption multiplier, we can leave it there. Cost multiplier, I'm not even sure what that does. Yeah. Okay, so they use more pollution to attack you. Sure. And that's how much pollution is absorbed. I don't know if it's also changed the amount of pollution that is used to kill the tree. That might be also an important parameter, because if it just kill it faster, yeah, I'm not really interested in that. Minimum to damage a tree, diffusion radio. There's no evolution setting. Ah, yeah, it's there. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so let's not change anything there. And what we'll do, let's just reduce that. I don't want to go fully Pacific on Novi, at least. This doesn't affect any other planet. But I don't want to go fully pacifist. I want to have enemy, but at the same time, I want to have time. I want to enjoy the start of the game. Like the first biter will be quite far. Yeah, we don't even see them on the map right now. But it will leave us time to be able to just expand on our way, not have to bother being like 100,000 attack every hour. Will be fine. That I don't really care about changing. That's fine. Minimum cooldown, let's put it at what, 20 minutes. Maximum 3 hours, that's fine. Evolution time factor, that I'm actually going to put to 0. So I want to be able to take as much time as possible. So yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Starting to get bot messages, that's nice. But yeah, I want to have as much time as possible for that. So if I take 100 hours to advance in the game, it won't care about it. Destruction factor, I will put it at like 5, yeah, even 3. And pollution factor, let's put it at 1. So really, like, we're putting everything down. It's fine like that. Let me just on Twitch. Yeah. Yeah, I need to deal with the moderation for that, because I guess it's gonna become a pain if I just keep getting bot messages. Yeah, so that would be good if I was able to deal with that. The flux seemed to be acceptable. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea how to moderate the stream though. Interesting. Please don't do anything wrong. Yeah, it was only there for a few seconds, but yeah. Like, I literally have no idea how to moderate the stream. So that's great, I guess. Yeah, so let's try to streaming tool, no. Yeah, let's just, it's gonna be a first stream. We're just trying to figure out everything, see how everything goes. Yeah, so fine. I don't know how to exactly do that. Yeah, I can do that. Only for people that have been following. I think it will probably remove all the people, I mean, the bot spamming, so that should be good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm hearing like some alert, but I think it was just me changing a parameter. So yeah, that should be good. Okay. So let's go back to the game. Yeah, so that will be good. So we'll have time to be able to change everything. Terrain, I will, I think, I don't know if that was like on purpose, but the space exploration mode really like, first of all, they really like cliffs, which is fine. I mean, they're a bit of an annoyance in the start, and then at some point you get cliff explosive and you're able to destroy everything. But they also really like water, and I love to have just open access. Like, this is horrible. I often go right to build my main bus, so having this water there will be a problem. So let's just try to find something else. Yeah, alien biome, yeah, why not? I mean, there's a bit of water still. I really would love to have some uninterrupted water, I mean lands. This is workable, some water, but you have good access. Otherwise, there's really not that much forest. There's a lot of forest on the left, So there for sure won't be any attack on the left, which is good, but on the right there basically nothing. There's a bit of tree there, so we'll be attacked by there for sure at some point. But yeah, let's do that. Temperature, climate, everything that I don't really care. Moisture, that just change a bit the biome, type of biome you have. Yeah, so that's good. And here for the resource, this only affect noise. So actually what I'm gonna do, do I want to change the frequency though? I will change the richness for sure. I just bump everything to 600. This seems like a lot, and this might be, no, I mean this won't be a lot for sure. The thing is that the richness will increase a lot, but all those patches, instead of having like 1-2 million, will have like 10. And the most, those one might be like 20 already, maybe a bit more. But instead of having like 30 million for the biggest one, we might be at 60, 100 million, which seems like a lot. But on my 10x campaign, which was already, I think, at 200 richness, I was running out of material left and right. I was having to expand just to get more iron, more copper. And it would be nice to have enough material to leave the planet. So we'll do that. I will also increase the size to 200% for all of them. So every time we find a patch, there won't be more patch because we're not changing the frequency, but all the patch we're gonna find are gonna be bigger and are gonna be just more dense. So the mine we're gonna put are gonna be able to stay there longer, which will just be a benefit of having less time micromanaging everything for that. So yeah, I think that's gonna be good. So that's like a 12-time multiplier on a resource for 100 times more resource utilization. So it should work fine for us. Yeah. So I think we're good to go. We want to change anything, absorption, diffusion, that I really, that's not a problem. Enemy, that I could actually lower, so they, when we push them back, they take longer to approach again. But after that, everything there looks good. This terrain looked fine. There's some big pool of water everywhere. We won't be able to make use of those for defense that much because there's not enough for that. But other than that, the resource patch seems to be fine. This is mineral water. Is there any... If I look around, I don't see... Yeah, no. Or that is mineral water? And those are petroleum? Is that it? Not sure anymore. I may be mistaking the two. Yeah, you know what? Let's start. Achievement will be disable. Yeah, that's fine. We don't really care. Let's launch. Okay. So it just took 40 minutes to set up everything to launch the game. Perfect timing. And there we go. There we go. So crash lands on the planet. The goal is to leave the planet and basically live like the solar system technically. Or yeah, not even the solar system. I mean, I think you were trying to leave the galaxy at this point. Yeah, so we can see, perfect, yeah. So we have all the information we have for now. Let's just close that. So bit of solar storm are happening at the same time. If we get too close, we're gonna get burned. So let's try to avoid that. We have the nice 2.0 overlay to be able to deal with our logistic. And if we go there, we will see there's a lot, and I mean a lot of science to be done. We really have some time for that. I mean, I think there's more than a year of gameplay. So the first, yeah, you can see exactly. Like automation core technology only need 10 research. So not all research are multiplied by 100, which is nice because this one you need to do by hand. You don't have a choice. So the fact that it's only 10, it's good. Those one though are multiplied by 100, so it's 1,000 for each. 2,500. It's already starting to be crazy number. And then you have like similar standard basic technology. I'm guessing we're gonna have a few at the start, and yeah, already automation. we need to do those fully. So we'll be able to get, yeah, until automation, it's gonna be 100. After that, it would have been like 10,000. No, yeah, 10,000, which would have been horrible to craft by hand, technically. And I think that's even, where is it? Yeah. I think this one is still the no, consume electricity. Yeah, so it's not the burner one, at least. So there's that, but you can see logistic and everything. So we'll get a huge base just by the fact that our science gonna be huge, right? It's some crazy number. There's one like type of science imitation. You get a bit more advanced in the game. You get some research, depending by discovering other planet basically in your solar system. But even when there's no more planet to discover, you're still gonna get points and research a card, so it's fine for us. If I can show you, basically last time I played, I was getting around this point. I was starting to get the basic space science. No, I had those. I was getting to version 2 of those, so I had discovered the bot and everything. But yeah, I was starting to get there. Yeah, I reached this point as well, but I was starting to discover those modules, and I never did much with them. So that's basically where I was in the past. So I didn't even discover like spaceship and everything. That was not part of the game still for me. So there's a lot for me to discover with that. It's gonna take a while. Then we get more and more spaceship, more research on antimatter, weird stuff, and just never ending. I know there's even like some really complex thing you need to do with spaceship at some point, so we'll be able to do that. Okay, yeah. So if I just overlay all the resource, we're getting a bit of material, which is nice. Probably not much, to be fair. I mean, this technically produces a bit of electricity, so that's great. And there we have, yeah, as well. So 1 burner, 10 automation card, few of nothing else, and we have 1 friend for some reason, which I never really understand what it was used for. I'm gonna I'll always try to preserve this area. I mean, there's a bit of tree, so we will have to clear those trees. But other than that, I always love to, I mean, I won't care, we can mine the resource, right? But all the module of the ship, I will try to keep, and we even have like, yeah, some manufacturing hub, so that's great. Yeah, I'm just checking the sound seems to be good. Okay, so that's still good. But yeah, so we're gonna try to keep that. We have, oh yeah, so it's crude oil, I'd say, yeah, okay. So we have already not that far, and yeah, we have our first patch, which is gonna last for a long time, to be fair, those first one. But the moment we're gonna start to get further and further away, it will, we'll also be mining them faster and faster. So yeah. What was that? Yeah. I can put ghost entity of everything. Yeah, sure. And then if you never played, I think, pretty sure it's space exploration, I'm adding it. Yeah, space exploration. You have the core mining drill, which basically allow you to gain some resource from other planet, because it's considered to be in the core, so it's a bit more, you need some particular technology to be able to mine it. You cannot mine it by hand, but you get some material from other planet that can be useful, for example, to boost the production of other material on Navis. So that's going to be good. The first time I played it, I didn't use it for a while, then I started using it. I think it's really more of an early game resource, in the sense that the moment you start using it at a large scale, basically get less and less resource for each of them. I think it's a square root of the number. So if you use 1, you're gonna get 100%. If you use 2, you're gonna get like 70 something percent for each. So 140. So like a bit more than 1.5, and a bit less than 1.5. And the more you add, the less you get. So basically, by the time you have 9 of them, you're only producing, I think, the equivalent of 3 real ones. So you're not getting that much resource for them, and they're using a lot of energy. You would see in space exploration, everything uses energy. So if you never played it, you at some point we need to build some huge nuclear power plant or use some advanced solar field to be able to work. But yeah, so start collecting some wood. Other thing we can look at just to show you everything. So we have the evolution factor. Since everything is down, it will really increase slowly for now, which is great. Playtime in minute for now will soon change to hour. So it doesn't actually change if we are in the research place. It's on hold there. If I do that, yeah, okay. So it won't move when we're in the research setting. Then we have the blueprints. Those are my whole blueprint, but they will for sure not work since they're for they're for Factorio 1.0, so they won't work here. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna delete everything, start from a clean state. I'm actually one of those weird person playing Factorio that love to be able to redo the blueprint every time. So honestly, I'm fine with that. Then I have other blueprint. Yeah, let's just have a look. Yeah, some defense. Yeah, okay, some building sites. That's for the mail. So you were able to for the mall, I guess. Yeah. Small reactor. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just one small reactor. Okay, and then another deconstruction planner. Those one I should have kept. It's basically to be able to deconstruct everything that is from the environment. So that's a nice way to do it. What else can we look at real quick? We have Informatron. Informatron, which is quite a nice. Let me even try. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, Informatron, which is the small robot that's giving you all the information about everything in the game. So explaining you with small tutorial everything that is to see. So equipment gantry, jetpack, space exploration in itself. So if you want to read it, you have a little bit of time. You can pause it, I guess. I mean, if you're watching live, you cannot. I'm sorry for that. But yeah. Core mining, yep. Beacon, so with space exploration, you're getting beacon overload. So if you have more than one beacon per machine, you're getting basically the machine just doesn't work anymore. So I love that feature. It may force you to really use your module like really sparingly, really focus on what you think is the most necessary aspect of the game. Quite often, so the efficiency module are not used that often. Yeah, but the main advantage with that is that beacon you're getting. Sorry, I don't know if that's probably make a lot of noise. But yeah, the beacon you're making with those are actually a lot more powerful. They're a larger area. They're also able to push a lot more of the module efficiency, so that's great. Launching satellites, obviously we're at 0 now and we're going to be for a few hours. Zone discovery, you can select whatever resource you want to discover in priority. Space capsule, that's a way to move around just for us without any other resource. Cargo rocket, so that's that's done quite in a different way than Space Age if you have only played Space Age. Space Age is really you're launching like one fragment of a stack. Let's say you're launching like the stack is 50, some item you will only be able to launch like 5. Cargo rocket and space exploration work on something more similar to Earth, I would say. More similar to, I mean, it's a big stretch, more similar to real life in the idea that the rocket is super expensive. So you're building a huge one and you're launching everything inside of it. So you're launching 10,000 payload at the same time. They're going to the same place, so it's fine. but your rocket will be super expensive to build. So it's gonna take at the start of the game, launching the first rocket is like, yeah, that's probably a good few hours of the game production just to make it. And then you have to fill it up, because if you launch it empty, you're basically wasting a lot of your resource. So then you have to fill it up, and you don't know exactly what you want to launch the first time you go to space. So you take a bit of everything. Hopefully, you take also some gas capsule to be able to breathe in space. That's quite useful. Never made that mistake, obviously, to go in space without them and die quickly after. That never happened. But yeah, you launch it, goes to space, and then there's a chance of breaking apart in space, which is also quite fun. Your first one will break apart because it's not landing on the landing pad, so it will for sure break, and you will lose part of your resource. But after that, you will be able to make landing pads, so be able to say, okay, this rocket goes there, this rocket goes there. So you're able to make some separation of everything. And on the long term, you're able to launch 100 of rockets. So on the long term, you basically launching rocket per resource. And you might find it's more efficient to launch like a brute resource of the mineral itself than to launch it refined, because the refined process takes more resource and is less important in terms of like resource per stack. Or on the contrary, it might be super efficient to refine the mineral on the planet before sending it into space, because you're able to stack a lot more of it. But at the same time, to send a lot more of it, you might need to send 2-3 more rockets every time, just for the side mineral and, like, I don't know, crude oil and everything you will need to send to refine it. So that's always a question. On the other side, you have delivery cannon. So delivery cannon are used for two things. I mean, they're used for weapon as well. Yeah, I never use them that much for that, but that's an option. And you have delivery cannon for resource. And that's quite an interesting way of doing it. The first time I played space exploration, that's the way I used to. That's the way I went. Cannon are a lot cheaper, but they cannot. I don't think they can launch to other planet. I think they only can launch to space. And they need a capsule for each of them. So the capsule is still quite cheap, but it requires a lot of energy and one of those capsules every time. And I think it's like for a stack, a capsule. So you end up, I think you're saving resources technically compared to cargo rocket, at least at the start of the game. Once you get a bit more advanced, your cargo rocket will get more, you'll be able to recover more of it. That's a bit of a weird system. You recover percentage of the product cost. I think at the start of the game, it's like 20% of the cargo rocket is able to be reused. And as you increase, I think you can get it to like 80% with more and more technology research. So yeah, and you don't have that for delivery cannon. So delivery cannon at some point get less useful. But since you need a lot more, it's oftentimes more, at least easier on logistic. If you're able to make some good control or some good logic, it's easier just to get everything on one point, load a chest, load it with everything you need. You know you're gonna need, I don't know, 200 item to go to this planet. You load everything, and then the moment your cargo rocket is done, you fill everything up and you go. You don't use delivery cannon, and yeah, that's the option I chose last time. I think we're gonna go for that as well. It's just rockets are so much more beautiful than delivery cannon. Yeah, let's be honest on that. Steam power, we have 3 different powers. So we have the first one, electric boiler, so like that's low temperature. That's the same as steam boiler. Then we have condenser turbine, which are able to reuse, I think, 99% of the steam to pull it back in water. So it's a bit less efficient. But at the same time, when you're on a planet with no water, you're able to use that without making like 100 of shipment of water. So that's nice. And then you get high temperature steam, which I think is like 5,000 Celsius steam. I mean, to be fair, at this point, you could say Kelvin. That doesn't change much. And this is used for nuclear fusion reactor, I think, where basically you cool down the steam to 500, and technically, I think you can either reuse it from that low temperature or put it in a condenser turbine and then transforming back to water to be reused. Life support, so that's for space. Space science. So space science is, I think it's more efficient to do research in space, or you're just forced at some point. I'm not even sure anymore. I think you have an efficiency bonus with the science lab, the space science lab. And I think it makes it more useful to send everything to space than to do it on Earth. But not sure anymore. We'll see when we get there. Space elevator never was able to reach that point, but that's basically a way to remove the use of rockets from novice to space and be able to use space elevator instead. They have a maintenance cost in terms of elevator cable, but it's a lot cheaper still than cargo rocket, so that's nice. And then you can use cargo rocket from space to other planets. And those are cheaper to go from space to other planet than from novice to other planet, because the game calculates the delta V need, and the delta V to just leave the atmosphere is a lot higher than just to move in space directly. So that's a good way to do it. Space beam, that's the coronal mass ejection, basically the thing that crashed our planet. We have 2 days in-game time to prepare for the next one. So in 2 days, we're going to be able to have, I mean, technically we don't have to, but having an umbrella defense will be able to absorb the coronal mass ejection by needing that much power for 120 seconds to be able to block it. If we don't block it, it can be fine. It can land in the middle of nowhere and not destroy our factory. But if it's hit the factory, it's basically like the beam we were seeing earlier. It's going to destroy all the building. If we have bot at this point, which we probably won't have, this will also destroy the bot and everything, so it will wreak havoc in the factory. Let's try to avoid that. So we have 2 days to be able to either have a lot of accumulator or probably already a nuclear plant to be able to produce that. We'll see how it goes. Spaceship, as I've said, never done any spaceship yet, so that's gonna be for this game, hopefully. But a lot of lot of signal control and everything. But as I say, I never build anyone. Basically, once you get to space, they give you one, but it's not, you don't use it for much at the start of the game, let's say it like that. Flying circuit, Arcosphere, this is one of the 3 end game puzzle. I never watched, I know Dosh Washington, I think I say his name correctly, has made a super nice video about his experiences with the space exploration. And I know there's 3 different kind of problem to be able to escape the planet. I mean, the galaxy. I think one is building a super fast ship, one is Stargate, and the third one I think is in line with Arcosphere, or the Stargate is with the Arcosphere. I'm not sure anymore. But I know the Starship one, but I've never watched the other 2. So this way we will have we'll be able to discover that probably in 100 of hours, so you have time to spoil yourself if you want to. Just don't spoil it for me, please. And that way you will probably have time to forget about it by the time we get there. And exploration journal, yeah, that's fine. 17 minutes in game. Okay, let's go. So how do we want to start? So probably, yeah, automation. We don't really have a choice for that. So let's start with the automation core. And we technically have a lab right here. And we also have already, which is nice, a power source. This works as a power source. Yeah, exactly. So we can produce some lab, some research. So we need a basic tech card. Let's see what it needs for that. Where are they? Oh yeah, they're there. Copper cable and wood. So we have wood already, so that's nice. We're just gonna need to mine copper cable. But we don't have any burner. Yeah, we have 3 of them. Okay, so that's good. For those, we're gonna need iron and stone. So we're gonna need to mine iron and stone first, as well as coal to be able to make use of them. That would be nice. And we're gonna need some chests. So let's just take a bit more wood. Let's start the production. So put some chest directly at the end, or I mean coal we need to save. This we can put a chest. One of the things with space exploration is you need to select the recipe, and you can see it's quite bad recipe. You need 20 iron ore to make 15 plates, so that's not that great. Let's see that like that. So we can put that. And the stone, technically, we need uncooked and cooked version. So we need the brick and just the raw stone. So let's try to make a second one to be already able to use both of them. And I think that will be good. Yeah. I think it's crazy. I don't speak enough in life, apparently. I'm already getting my voice is already starting to get my throat is already starting to get sore. Perfect. Okay, so we'll see. I mean, we're barely at the hour mark. I will try to go a little bit at least, so we advance a little bit on the game. And depending on what people want to see, what's fun, I think we're gonna try as well chess and everything. Try to get some multiple game through the week. I think that's gonna be the goal. It won't be Factorio always. I'm gonna try to have at least 1 to 2 good spot of Factorio along the week, so we can advance, and this won't take like 10 years to finish. That would be nice. But other than that, we'll have time for that. Yeah, and you can see it's barely starting now. This one cannot start because there are no chests, so I need to build a chest. Up. There we go. And now we have a bit of coal. So what we can do... Oh, perfect. I can make another burner drill. So one of the good things with coal is that you can do that. And just by reversing them, you're able to make both of them feed each other. Yeah, and as long as they're not mining anything else, it's good. So that's a good way to make it. As more and more miner you have, you just put them in a line, in a circle or whatever, and you're able to furnish everything for them. So that's a great way to start. Save on the amount of click you need to do everything. But yeah, let's just slowly start removing everything. Get ourselves a bit of space. Think we're gonna start putting the base. Electricity obviously will be there. We have a future crude oil. That's gonna be our main resource once we start. So I think we can have our basic base here, or more long-term base will be somewhere here, probably realistically here. It would take a lot more space. But yeah, so a bit of stone. Yeah, that's super slow to produce, sadly. And yeah, we need copper now. So can we make... Yeah, we can make more of those. Let's make those as well. And let's start producing some copper. Let's take another one. So you can use Q. At least it's Q on my computer, might be different on yours, to just be able to select the item you're placing. So that's a great way to just stay on time. You just click on it. If it does that sound, basically just mean you don't have the item with you. And we're gonna be able to pay 15 more. 15 more. We need more stone. Yeah. So we're gonna slowly place more miner. Let's put one more stone. There we go. And let's place 2 of them, like that. So this one we can copy the recipe, and this one we can put copper there. Here we can start collecting our coal. Just a bit more efficient, stop using the wood that much, and this will be able to work a bit longer. Because the problem with wood, it's technically great, but it's also take a lot of time. It just takes a lot. It doesn't burn for that long. 1.25 megajoule of energy, and if we look at it, 6, so 4 times more efficient. Yeah, and I think it produces less pollution. Not sure though. Doesn't have any information on pollution, so I'm gonna guess it's 100%. Yeah, 200. So no, coal might be more polluting, actually. Okay. So I'm actually, I'm not putting anything on my bar. I should start just placing a few items just to have like some semblance of design, of idea, of iteration up. We can make some more stone. Yeah, more stone bricks. I'm gonna put a second oven for stone brick. That's gonna be important. And after that, yeah, we just need more wood, because for now wood will be useful. We will then transition, I think, to stone to replace most of it, and after that it's going to be iron and steel on the long term. Yeah, that's the idea. Let me just see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so all the belt and everything we won't be using for a while. Sadly. There we go. Let's grab more coal. The only problem with coal when you have the mining like this is that if you take too much at the same time and you're unlucky and one of them runs out, you might have a chain of everything running out. Like this one doesn't feed this one anymore, so it's not able to continue feeding, so they all die one after another. And if this one die without producing a new one, it's everything stopped. You can see the ratio is quite good over. It's probably like 10-15 to 1, so you're able to extract like 15 coal for one coal use. So it's not too bad for that. Could be worse, but yeah. So a bit more, you can see, yeah, we're starting to lack resources. Those ovens actually use a lot of material. I would love to keep my wood, but at the same time, I don't have that much coal with me. So let's try to change that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I needed to place a resource there. I mean a recipe there. Up a bit more, and we should be good. Yeah, starting to have a little bit of copper. So if I go, yeah, perfect. But basic tech card, we need 10 of them, so gonna need this much, and we should be good just with that. I think there's actually a benefit to having it all at the same time. Like, I think you slightly get an increase in efficiency of like time spent for each production if you're doing the same recipe, building it by hand every time. It doesn't work like that for assembler, obviously, but I think it does by hand, just slightly. I might be wrong. It might be an old feature. But yeah, you can see we have finished building. Software science, so 30 minutes for it. Perfect. So yeah, 30 minutes for first science. We're gonna be able to put that in the automation core. And actually, how many are we producing? Oh, it's 5 for each. Yeah, so I don't actually want to produce more. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually fine with just that. So he gave me 15 already. Yeah, so I only needed 2. I should have read that more carefully. But yeah, perfect. Bit more coal. Let's place it everywhere. And we actually can see now everything is... Yeah, no, a few of them still use wood, but the other one are good. So that's okay. This science is done. I don't think we're gonna need to crusher next. Oh, it needed for the electric lab though. Yeah, technically the next card I think I want to do is automation tech card. But do I want to go for that? Or do I want to get anything else? I mean, this is only 30, so I might just be fine doing 30 of those. I mean, this is 1,000. But until we get that, I don't think we get anything else. Yeah. So, automation 2, no, that's a bit too advanced. Yeah. Automation 1 need the red card. So we need to go for that. Let's just place the crusher there because it's literally doesn't cost anything, so we're fine with it. Automation core and blank tech card. And yeah. And what does automation core cost? Yeah, it's all basic resources. Yeah, so we don't need glass or anything like that. We won't need energy for that, so let's just put it like that. I mean, 5,000 of it is a lot. Normally it would be 50, but I chose to play for 100, so it will be a bit longer. And I mean, that's fine. Start of the game, we have a lot of time to plan everything, to design everything, so start is a bit slow. But the moment we start getting the factory to a certain stage, we will always have things to do. So moving between planets, and even before moving between planets, we'll have tens of outposts and everything that will need to be used. So we will have time to look at that. We'll have time to be able to do larger research and just let them run in the background while we're doing everything else. Technically we need 5,000, so we need 1,000 of these. So we need 5,000 wood, which is a huge amount. And 5,000 copper cable. So 5,000 copper cable, it's actually not that bad. Yeah, so it's 2,500 copper plates. So looking at our production rate, will be a while. I think we're gonna start automating directly. If we don't do that research, we go for stone processing. We can go for greenhouse. We cannot go for greenhouse, apparently. Okay. I wanted to do that because this would have automated the wood part. I would have loved to not cut 5,000 tree by hand. Apparently we cannot do that. So yeah, let's just put it back. 5,000 trees is a lot. I mean, it's not 5,000 tree in itself. It's 5,000 divided by however we get per tree, right? So yeah, let's try to keep all the tree we can find everywhere. And let's just start cutting. Yeah, how much are we getting? 4. So it's 1,253. Yeah, basically free. And we can as well start making those packs. And I think, yeah, actually funny that there's no way for this first tech. Maybe you should have put the greenhouse as a more basic recipe, so we didn't need automation for it. But at the same time, like a more simple recipe just to be sure that you can do it. And it's actually like such a dumb quantity of wood that it's actually like some seed games might actually have difficulty getting that much tree actually. Like this might be a problem for some games, which would be crazy when you think about it. Like, why did you fail the game? Yeah, not enough tree. Got stuck by the biter after a while, so couldn't mine more trees, so just lost the game at the automation start. Did start playing Factorio, didn't even reach automation. That would be a first. Even when you're playing like Dead World, you don't have that problem. Dead World, you oftentimes you're gonna get stuck. At least I do. I get stuck in a loop where all my resources get used for killing the biters, so I'm losing all my steel, copper, and copper to ammo production, and then at some point you don't produce anymore at some point, and you start getting overrun because you can stack as much defense as you want, but at some point if you're not able to expand more, you just get stuck and you slowly get crushed by the biter. So yeah, we actually have 500 already. So let's start with that. Yeah, there we go. Bit more the research. Yeah, this doesn't produce any electricity, sadly, and I think. Yeah, this is just a shelter, just a big storage place. Not really much use to us. They always give it to us in the base game, but I don't think it's a base game. Is it space exploration? No, Krastorio 2. Ah, okay. Yeah, they give it to you. It's basically a big storage chest at the start, which is quite nice for certain things, but the moment you never really use it. So it's just part of the lore of the game, I suppose. At some point, you crash on a planet, you have one shelter, you deploy it, and then you start destroying the planet, start killing the biter, and then you leave the planet. You're good. You have enough resources. No, but we should be good. You can see an evolution factor already increasing. So this means some biter must already be getting pollution. No. Well, we can see the outline of our pollution, which is quite small for now. So I don't think we have anything for that. Yeah, there we basically don't have anything. Yeah, so I don't think we're actually having biter already. So yeah, 0.02. So there must be something increasing it, but I put it at 0 on time. So time shouldn't be part of the evolution factor. Maybe there's like a base variable that you cannot change, I guess. And apart from that, we had a bit of time we had a bit of point on destruction and pollution absorption. So I don't think any of those two happen yet. Or maybe no. I was gonna say did the corrosion how is it called? Yeah, did the coronal mass ejection do anything, but I think it was quite localized on me, so I don't think it did anything. But yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, so this research is advancing. I will probably need to make some. Maybe it's a meteor. No, I mean not those at least. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's also the thing. In space exploration, you get meteor shower from time to time. Their size is quite random. So you might have one, I think it's 1 to 6 basically is the most likely. I don't think there's actually a limit, but I think it's every one more is like 50% less chance or something like that to happen. So you quickly, it's like 150%, 2 75%, 3 technically it's like 12.5%, and you continue like that. So above 6 it's super slim chance. So you need to be able to defend against it. At the start of the game, you don't really have anything to do, and once you start getting a bit further in the game, you get some localized defense, and in the more, I mean, I was going to say more long-term part of the game, but actually it's still like realistically late, early to early mid game, you start getting defense for the whole planets, which is honestly probably fine to skip the base defense, to just go for the global planet protection, and you won't have that much damage per meteorite, so it's fine as long as it doesn't hit like any nuclear reactor or something like that. You're most likely fine. And if it's one of them, you really were not that lucky. Yeah, if you, I mean, what are the chances of? I don't think they're eating like anywhere, like trying to reach anywhere where there's like close to you or anything like that. I don't think there's any calculation to be like there's a high chance of it being closer to the player or anything. So I think the more you start scanning the map and discovering new place, the more chance there is that it's just going to be like super far away in the place you haven't done anything. So for it to hit one of your like nuclear reactor or something like that, once you have them, you probably already have like explored a big chunk of the planet. So for it to hit your nuclear reactor directly, yeah, might be time to just restart. You just go to load the last 5 minutes before and should be fine. No, nobody will see it. It's fine. Yeah, okay. So in terms of production, what do we look like? Okay, so we have a bit more resources. Just fill everything up. Yeah, that's good. I think the limit is 90, but it still wasn't producing, so might be a bit more actually. Yeah, so we're starting to produce some stone. We can do more basic tech card, but what I will start to do, I think, is automate that part. Yeah, let's do a few science lab and let's do a few burner machine. Yeah, you can see new, yeah, slightly outside the base explored area. So one thing important to know in Factorio is that even if you technically haven't like seen anything, oh, did I completely freeze? Oh, am I completely freeze? Is my cam not working anymore? Why is my cam in like 2 FPS? That's a bit strange. And I don't see any drop. So I think it's actually fine for the stream. Yeah. Like if I turn my head, if I lift my hand, let's see how long it take on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. So it does seem to be... But I don't see any drop frame or anything, so it must be on the GPU side, I guess. Doing the encoding, I would assume that. I mean, everything seemed to be fine. It's not, it's like at 30%. My CPU is at 24. And it might have been like that for a while now. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention to it. Try to hide it, put it back. This, I love my face like that. Looking on the side. Look, I look like I'm about to murder someone or something like that. Let's see. Oh, didn't want to shoot there. But yeah, I don't know what's happening. I am actually not sure what is happening. Because everything seems to be working fine, like everything. I think I will have to look into that a bit more. Let's see what's internet is saying for that. Just pause Factorio for 2 seconds. And let's see what we can add. OBS camera lagging. Lowering the camera resolution. Yeah, technically I don't need the camera to be that high resolution when I'm in the game, at least. So maybe I can try that. I just go to the camera property, custom. Video formats, I don't really care about that, buffering everything. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's... Okay, that seems to be better. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see if it's happening more often or not. And we'll be able to update that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was pushing... I don't even know if that camera 4K. I don't think it is. No, I don't think it's 4K. I think it's... let me check even. I'm curious. I got one of those Elgato camera. Yeah, let's see what we have here. So maybe it was trying to push 4K, and with the game and everything, it wasn't able to. But it's not like I even have drop frame or anything. Like everything was working fine. Just the camera was lagging. So that's strange. That's a bit strange. When did I order that camera? It's been longer than that. Yeah, my camera broke. I had like a really old camera and it just broke at some point. So I was like, yeah, might get into streaming back at some point. So why not just buy one? And I mean, did? Yeah, full HD. So yeah, it's the... For people curious, it's the Elgato Facecam MK2. Yeah. So yeah, 1080p. Yeah, so I don't know what I did change anything, because I changed it to 1080p to 1080p. But it worked, so we're good, I guess. Yeah, yeah, it's a magic. Magic. Change nothing, fix the problem. I feel like I'm in IT or something like that now. Okay, let's get back to the game. Perfect. So yeah, we were talking about, yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah. In Factorio, when you have your game like this, you have your map, you see everything and you're thinking, yeah, that's the border of my wall. But actually the game render, like, I don't remember how many chunk more, but the chunk is like this size, something like that, and the game will render like maybe 10 more on each in each direction, so it's able to have biter, and meteorite will fall there sometime. Coronal mass ejection might also be go in that zone. So yeah, this is the aspect of the game that is often overlooked, which make it quite interesting, because there's actually, for example, that biter can be up to here, but I think some people use artillery shell to kill them without revealing the area, which actually make it in a way that you could kill the biter there, so there wasn't any more biter spawning, as long as you didn't explore more behind it. And that's one of the nice thing. Yeah, we can also zoom like that. I really like that zoom level. Trying to see if my camera is dying again. No, it's fine. But yeah, we have that zoom level, which is quite nice. I don't think you can go that far in the base game. Pretty sure you cannot. But yeah, let's keep making tech card. And what we wanted to do as well is automate that part a little bit. So what do we need to do? Copper and wood, that's all we need. So we have a lot of wood, so that's fine. And copper. Copper will be the main limiting factor there, probably for a while. So we also need to fill those machines. That's good to go. Then we need some burner inserter. Let's just cancel that for a while. We're gonna, it's taking the coal from here, which is not great, and just fill it up. It's actually using a lot of it. Yeah, up. And here we're gonna be able to make copper cable, and we actually finished crusher technologies, which is great. So up, yeah, that we can fill out again, and we're gonna need to bring everything. I mean, technically we have stone here, so we can just take that, put it here, put some stone here. Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna have a bit of a shorter path like that. Some more machine. And I think what we can do is that. Yeah, that's gonna be good. I'm actually gonna need a few more. Yeah. Here we're gonna be producing the basic tech. Why did I make stone though? No, we don't even need stone. I must be drunk. I don't know what happened. Yeah, no, please. Stop. Let's just get everything there. Get another one of those. Tech card. Let's put one chest in that direction. For the wood. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's not use it for the fuel though. That'd be nice. Yeah. I know it technically could use the wood, but let's try to save it. It's already a pain to gather like 1,000 something tree. So if we could avoid wasting it at the same time would be nice. And here we can, yeah, there we go. Perfect. So this will be slowly producing the card and pushing it there, which will be able to do all the tech research. So if we put some here, we'll see slowly moving and then starting with the cool science, disco science, adding those color. For some reason we're like burning it, and at the same time it's making lightning, red lightning bolts. And I don't remember which gas produce red light like that. Actually, good question. Which gas produce red lights? Neon. Okay, so apparently we're having some neon gas inside of there. And here it's blue, so other question. No, we won't answer that one though. Okay, so now we need more wood, but the automation is done for that part. We will need to do more automation for a bunch of other things. I mean, it's realistically only just starting, but we're gonna start with that. Yeah, next step will be for sure the transport belt. I don't think burner inserter are needed for automating further along the way. We're gonna need to make burners, stone furnace, and everything, because that I'm pretty sure is needed to make the second version of the electric version at least, and the advanced burner. But yeah, let's just cut a bit more of everything. Slowly pushing back the forest, which might not be the best. Maybe I should already start clearing that, because I want to put my base there on the longer term. Yeah, that chest is nearly already built. Are we? Yeah, we're literally like reaching the point where we're stockpiling it. So we're gonna need more of that. Like three burner lab is not enough. Okay, I mean, that's a good problem to have, I guess. And at the same time, it's... but that's also one of the big problems. Playing at time 100 will mean that all our research will be a lot slower to come, but we'll also be producing a lot more pollution to reach all of them. So we're gonna be... I mean, I pushed T-Biter as far as we possibly could. But it's still gonna take a while for us to get like some proper defense. I don't think there was some free research. I mean, basically free, right? This one or not, for example. But we had stone processing is nearly free. Yeah, and those are all expensive. So we're gonna need, I think, quite fast. Need to do some. I don't even know where are the turrets. Gun turret. Yeah, it's gonna need 1,000 of them, which is gonna be expensive. At least it's only iron and copper, so it's fine for that. But we're probably gonna need those quite soon, just to have a few around the base, just in case we're getting an attack. Evolution. I mean, you can already see evolution is at 0.04, which is for a space exploration campaign. We will probably already be around like at least 1% at this time, maybe even more, maybe like 2-3%, maybe even more actually. Like the evolution factor at the start of the game is actually quite crazy. I don't know if it's a bug or it's like something that the dev wanted to have like that, but it's quite a lot of like it's advancing quite fast. I mean, we put it on like the super duper simple mode to start with, but yeah, it's I don't remember, like I think when is the first like armor biter coming in, like the stage 2 biter? It's not, I think it's like 20%, something like that. It's not actually that far away. Okay, we have a bit more wood. Yeah, this is basically full. At least we have coal for days. That's nice. Yeah, let's start producing. I think we're gonna start producing transport belts because we're gonna need those quite fast. But yeah, here, like we have 4 lab running technically right now. Ah, that's nice. Having to Novi production. Yeah, we didn't get any kill yet, and we're only polluting. I mean, pollution is starting already, which is normal, but tiles and trees, so that's okay. Yeah. Other than that, what do we have? Production. I mean, that's I love. Honestly, that's one of the best part of the game. I think everyone that play Factorio can agree with that. Having those graphs, just telling you everything. I mean, building is kind of useless. But having like the production, oh, I'm producing 40 stone. I'm not using any realistically right now. But you have stone, you have copper, 27 per minute. Okay, that's interesting because I think it should be slightly more. Yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense. It was locked by me not picking it up. So yeah, probably good catch. Yeah, those maps are great. Here we actually, I'm gonna produce 2 more of those. We need more, which is a bit crazy to say because I was expecting that to be way more than enough to overrun that production, but apparently not. So let's just put some more coal. Yeah, stone crushing technology is done, so we can make glass now. I mean, we won't be making it for a few hours, but it's there. And just put that card inside and put the last slab. So with this slab, we should be good to at least take everything that's produced there. And that's the goal. Just let's not waste time with this machine. We're gonna keep this one at 1 only. That's fine. But if we can avoid any like more inefficiency, it would be good. But yeah. Honestly, science is turning. My voice is already getting sore, so I think I'm gonna stop here for today, guys. Let's pause that. Let's go back to just touching. Yeah, first stream, quite short, realistically. Yeah, 1 hour 45 minutes. Knowing that like the first at least 10 minutes we're just like figuring it out. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do that more often. Try to reach longer stream as well. I'm gonna try to go for like 4 hours on the long term. Just be able to give a bit more content, be able to do a bit more for that. That would be nice. Stream a bit longer because realistically we will never advance in Factorio if we only play 2 hours at a time. That's not gonna work. But yeah, that was a nice little start. And I think I'm also gonna vary a bit depending on the stream. Vary a bit what we're doing. Obviously, Factorio once it's starting, it's a bit take a bit of time to really get to where we can only do one thing per stream, right? You don't reach that point early game where you basically need to do 20 different small tasks every time. But once we're going to reach a point where we have train and everything, we're going to have station where, for example, we're going to make like 10,000 green circuit a minute. And at that time, we're going to need to really figure out, okay, how do we make the train logistic and everything come in, works, and all of that. So that's going to be the next step. I'm going to try to figure out why my camera wasn't working though today. But yeah, next stream, might try to play some Rimworld. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. With the new Odyssey DLC, we'll see. I'm really bad at Rimworld though, so maybe it will be an horrible stream. But yeah, first stream, I don't think there was, at least I didn't see any message. There might have been like people coming in and out. But yeah, it's a first time, so I'm guessing quite normal. The last channel I had a bit more people, so it was a bit easier. I had like made content for a while, so but I wanted to start fresh and be able to like start with that. But yeah, let's not ramble more about that. Thanks everyone for watching. If you're watching now with the VODs, they will be, I'm going to try to have all of them available always on, I mean, Twitch for now, for me is only 15 days since I'm not affiliated or anything like that. But I'm going to have them on YouTube, and I might even re-upload them on YouTube to have the better quality. Or at least I'm going to keep them on my computer for now with the better quality, because I'm recording them locally, so they're not limited at, like, I think the bitrate is like 8,000 for YouTube right now, which is not that great for Factorio. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna see if like people are asking, like, if you see the video and you're like, yeah, the quality is not that great, would be nice to have to stream in higher quality, and you make it to this point. Realistically, I will make sure to put you a better quality stream for, I mean, not stream, just a better resolution for next time. And I'm going to try to figure out exactly if I can like remove on YouTube, at least remove the stream and put a better quality video over it. I don't know. My internet is quite fast, but sadly it seemed to be quite limited by just a streaming platform. So yeah, but yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and bye bye.